Being unconditional. To be unconditional. This is a state of being in order for anything to shift and change and be better in your life. We must be unconditional in all of the ways we have kept ourselves in a perpetual state of condition. Conditions do not exist. Conditions do not exist in the quantum field of possibilities because by its very nature, everything is possible. It is in our human minds that we have constructed conditions. Conditions on our health. Oh, it's just genetic. Conditions on our wealth. I was born poor. I didn't go to college. Conditions on our jobs. It's all I can find. Conditions on ourself. I was born this way. And on and on and on. We are beings of immense possibility because we are born of the divine consciousness. The sea of consciousness is infinite, and thus all things are possible. Our conditions have been created to keep us safe inside a nice, neat box. This is what our ego was created for, to keep us safe within the constructs of conditions as to predict an outcome. To predict the how in life. Conditions only exist in our own mind. Conditions only exist within that box. They do not exist in reality and in the quantum field. We learn and create these conditions because of fear of the unknown. We must be in control. We must know what will happen next so that we can plan for it. Worst case scenario thinking is the killer of our time. It is the killer of creativity. It keeps us justifying by staying in the past and keeps us fearful of moving forward into the future. Welcome to the conditioned self. Divine intelligence has given us free will, gave us the choice to choose our actions, our thoughts, and speech. And so, also created the ego as the protector of illusion, the keeper of the conditions, to keep us in survival, to keep us in the box, to keep us safe, because life can be painful. And when there's pain, there's suffering. And when we see this illusion of protection, we can then reclaim our fractured aspects and become whole, fully integrated into the soul beings we came here to be. If we did not have this aspect of ourselves, there would be no point for this whole existence. We would be born happy, born healthy. We'd live forever. We would have no need to change or grow and expand. And because the material that makes up the entire universe, the entire aspect of the purpose of the universe, is also what makes up us, is ever expanding. It is ever changing. It is ever growing. It is ever learning. There is so much expansion to be had, so much abundance. We will never experience it all in one human lifetime because it is eternal. It is ever expanding. This is what the nature of the universe is. Ever expanding energy of contrast, of possibility, of consciousness. What is condition as it relates to our reality, our goals and desires? It means that we think that in order for us to receive anything, money, job, love, house, health, there are conditions around getting it. This is also what's keeping us separate from the things that we desire. We have built walls around our possibilities. We have built walls around our ideas. We have built walls around our beliefs. We have built walls around our patterns, keeping us separate from everything in the quantum field. And we call these limitations and conditions because we see with our senses what is happening on the planet. We internalize and believe what we see instead of what we deeply know to be true. That we are limitless beings of possibility at all times. These walls create safe, comfy boxes, and some of us even decorate these boxes to make us feel even more comfortable and safe. And for a while, we feel complete and satisfied, and we feel good. All boxes have windows. And if you're fortunate enough to have not covered up the window of your box, go over to it. What do you see? If you've been living in survival, most likely you have either covered your window with a curtain or built a fake wall to cover it up. Look for your window. Look for your window of opportunity. Look for what is happening in the limitless quantum field. Everything, all at once, is happening without conditions, without limiting beliefs that it isn't safe and that only the lucky get to go and that we are not worthy of going outside. It's time to not only clean the window to see it clearly, but this is the time to step outside the box. Better yet, burn the fucker to the ground and start swimming in the sea of possibility.